We really need to get our shit together. This is horrible. You know last time we did this?
Do I remember the last time we did this, or
Yeah.
do I know exactly when the last time we did this was?
When was the last time we did this?
It was after the election, wasn't it?
No, it was at the election.
Well, it was election night when it was just you and me here.
Yeah, getting drunk.
Bullshitting and screaming at the TV for
Getting drunk.
3.5 hours. Yeah, getting shit faced.
Yeah, that was it.
There's no better way to spend an election, though.
It was horrible. We're already up? That was the whole fucking This is the problem with our producer. We have swapped over to different mics. Not that anybody cares. There's only a handful of people who watch this anyways. Because the other ones were tinny. I listened to them and they were horrible. And so I just said, fuck it. We need to get real mics. Those are real mics. This is something that a singer would use. So I'll replace this one with those.
You saying they don't use high quality mics for vocals and bands?
They do, but to get the clarity that they want, there's not as much dynamic range like that. You would use those in a studio. That's what they use in a studio. You're moving that way too far from your face. Can you still hear Andrew? Oh, by the way, Andrew in the blue, Taylor, Wayne.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done this.
8 months. The election. No, that was 2020, right?
Yeah.
Almost a year.
September 2020.
Almost a year.
Yep.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, let me get this close to my mouth.
Can you hear him now? He's got to talk.
I feel like we're gonna do an acoustic set in here or something.
It's ambiance. I had to push the drum set back because it was sitting right in the middle. That's why the couch is no longer in here.
I should have it maybe we should have it hanging from strings. We can hold it for amounts.
I like it.
Like an R&B singer.
Can you hear him now? What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean no? Is your red light on?
As far as I know, yes.
Can you hear me? You son of a bitch. Here we go. I'm gonna set it. Set it.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear him now? Yeah.
Now I get what you're saying, Taylor. Now I see that's
Yeah.
This is a fucking shit show. It's just a shit show.
Yeah, but if anything, we're consistent that way.
We're consistently bad, and that's all right. I don't think I'm ever going to get the audio down. Ever.
No?
No. I think this is always going to suck.
Let's get a GoFundMe going for some good shirt mics.
I have shirt mics.
Some good shirt mics. You said those are awful.
They are.
Oh,
but
no, you paid a lot of money for them, so...
There's only one thing that's better that they use on television, and they're hugely expensive. It would have cost me a couple grand to get into them.
Yikes.
This is $600, around $600 for what we're not using now. So we said, fuck it. So what's been going on in a year?
You talking in,
lot.
current events
What do you
with the
mean?
world or with everyone's lives? Because I've known you guys for 4 months.
4 months.
I haven't known you guys long at all.
Is this like our late COVID's here episode?
It could be whatever we
A
want it
look
to be.
back on the last year and a half of...
Fuck it, you could be whatever you want. We have no, you know what I watched last night? I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning watching this. The Weed Show. The Weed Show is about how the medicinal properties of weed. There's a lady in California who's she brews it up and makes oils out of it, and then they give it to kids, and it shrinks all their fucking tumors. It was crazy.
Yeah, but they've known about that for a long time now.
They have, but it went away. And whenever they started the Prohibition Act, 1937, something like that.
Are we going to talk about how the first time you smoke weed, you automatically turn into a scumbag?
We can, if you like.
Is that the case?
No, because I hid it from my parents, so
Oh.
nobody knew other than my friends that I was a scumbag, and it was just
God knew.
It was God knew. He
Yeah.
did. So it was
So
only.
you're fucked.
It was like 3 friends and God. My friend Brett Martinson. That's a blast from the past. He was a year older than me, and he was adopted. He had a troubled life, so he got into pot at a very
Wait, because he was adopted, he was troubled, or
No, probably because of why he got adopted. I never found out, but he was 12 years old when he got into pot, and this is not a normal thing back in because I'm fucking old. So is unusual. So I went and smoked pot with Brett Martinson when we were like 12 years old, and it did absolutely nothing for me. So I never touched the stuff for like another 3-4 years.
That was the 90s, though, right?
No,
80s?
80s.
80s? Was that the
I'm
80s?
fucking
You're-
old.
What are you? I mean, you were born in the 70s, so if you're talking, it would be mid 80s. Then you're talking, and there is still a big stigma about
So
weed and
imagine the revolution that's happening right now, sexual revolution. It's kind of metaphysical. People believe in different stuff. There's a bunch of different things going on right now, and that happened in the 60s, right? And then it's going to die, just like it did in the late 70s. They stomped it out because we had too much freedom. We had our thoughts were too open and too progressive. They're trying to stomp the shit out. It'll happen to your generation.
because people want to control us. That's the thing. Is I'm not saying yeah, we get all these laws and crap. We're not going to bring up anything heavy. I don't want to pull up any sort of, abortion. But you're talking. People don't want us to smoke weed. You go to work and you're not stoned, but you've gotten a drug test in the past 30 days. They're going to send you to rehab anyways, right?
That's our job.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because
you'll get fired at a lot of other jobs, but I mean,
Because there's no reasonable way to test for it.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a non-weed smoker.
we got to find like a 36-hour test. Not even. It doesn't. How long does it stay in your system?
Well, I think
You'll fall asleep and you wake up, and you'll be
it
fine.
stays in your system. I mean,
How long does that affect you physically, mentally, physically? Not even talking about
Hours.
cloudy.
like
Hours.
Hours.
like 4 to 6 hours.
But so we're going down a rabbit hole. What people don't understand is that it's just like alcoholism. You can become a weed head just like you can with alcohol. You can abuse it too. So there's nothing wrong with it.
You can abuse cheeseburgers though.
Exactly.
abuse cheeseburgers.
Exactly. But people don't think you can, or they're on that side of the fence where they don't think I can smoke as much pot all day as I want and sit around and do fucking nothing. You can abuse everything
Oh, yeah,
to an extreme.
Absolutely.
And that would be oils. Oils are ridiculous.
Oils can be scary.
When I see people on oils, it's like, holy shit.
Ron's brother.
Ron's brother.
Fucking blowtorch on glass. Gotta get it hotter.
Really? And that's what he does all day, right? That's his
I mean,
preferred
as far
thing.
as I know, yeah.
He probably has a tolerance for it though. So
Oh, I'm sure you'd have to.
yeah, after how
I
much he
mean,
does.
Yeah, with how long and
Right.
how intense his weed career has been. Yeah, I'm sure there's a hell of a tolerance.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I watched it last night. It was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had always heard about medicinal properties of it and how it was helpful, but I just never thought anything of it, never thought to look into it. So it was unique.
Did you get you reading really what those Netflix shows are about? Did
No.
get you on your phone and start reading through the I mean, it really is. It's only helpful. The big scare in the 30s was what they were talking. That's why it's called marijuana. Was
Mexicans.
Mexicans. That's
That's what it was about.
it's always been about.
No,
Well, okay.
it goes back further than that.
Educate me.
So, back in the day, when the lumber industry was really starting to go to town and paper was getting a whole lot easier to make,
Right.
they stumble across something with hemp.
Oh, hemp.
And that's that hemp is better for creating archivable paper because over long periods of time, it doesn't yellow and deteriorate like the shitty paper everybody in the world uses nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And the lumber industry and the paper industry saw that as a threat
Well, of course
because
it
it
is.
was so much better of a product.
It's always about money,
And
right?
it's a weed, and I mean, granted, hemp is not weed. It's not the same stuff you smoke and get high off of,
No.
but it is still basically a weed.
Right.
Trees take long time to grow
Mm-hmm.
and to get to the point where you can harvest them to create paper. But shit, sprinkle a couple seeds of hemp on the ground and it just fucking grows, whether
It's
you're
like
there
bamboo.
to help it or not.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's a weed. Why do you think it has the name weed? Why do you think they have
It's-
names like ditchweed? Because it fucking grows wherever it wants to.
We need hemp. We're starting to incorporate hemp into quite a bit of, but we need more, honestly.
Isn't it supposed to be like a
need
really
to-
good textile too?
Yeah.
All right.
It's good for. It's got oils in it for lotions and soaps and shampoos. You can make clothes out of it.
Okay,
you can make a ton
this
of
hippie
stuff.
shit though, right? This
Well,
is hippie
I
shit.
mean,
Nobody's doing this
if you want
commercially.
to take that '60s oppress the people mindset, yeah, it's hippie shit.
Is anybody doing this on an industrial scale though?
Yeah.
Who?
There's companies all across the U.S. now that hemp is legal in
But
most
these
of
are
the
like mom
country.
and pops, right? This is not. It's
You're not gonna see the Gap fucking advertising their new hemp teas or something like
We
that.
should.
No,
Should.
But then
I
again,
can't
all
wait
their
for
shit
that.
comes from China anyways, and the shit's illegal in China, so they couldn't do that. I don't think.
all right. Everything comes from China. Huh. Well, thanks for blowing that fucking shit up. Okay, so that's all I basically had. I haven't done anything for the last year. Just basically nothing. Just sat around and done nothing. Not super upset about anything. I did this week. I lost an uncle to COVID. So it's always interesting when you hear people say, "Oh, I don't know anybody that died from COVID or any of that stuff." Well, this was the first one for me. So that was kind of a bummer. Didn't really know, or they were in Seattle, so I didn't really know him all that well. The shitty thing is he lives in Idaho, and his wife now is at COVID. She was already previously on, this is my aunt, she's already previously on oxygen, so she's probably going to go. But their son in Seattle, big separation, he's in the hospital on a vent. So it's hit this fucking family like crazy hard. And he's, of course, a redhead. And redheads seem to be having harder times with the COVID than anything else.
They're more susceptible to anything. You're
think so.
talking.
I wish my daughter was here for that.
That's
Because they're genetically different.
no, they
that's
absolutely
true.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, for
We
sure.
don't need as much sunlight to produce vitamin D. Anesthetics affect our bodies differently.
Yeah. So when you got COVID, you
Yeah,
were the one who got
for
hit
sure.
the hardest with it, right? In your family?
When we got it the second time, yeah,
You don't know that you got it the first time, though,
the
right?
doctors pretty much said that was COVID.
Okay.
I mean, it was all the symptoms, but then my wife got hit super hard because she was fucked up for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Bronchitis, pneumonia.
Oh, I thought you got it the worst.
The second time around, I got it the worst. The first time around, she got it the worst. Yeah.
Do you know anybody that has gotten COVID that had a hard time with it?
Amanda's grandmother. She lost both grandmothers in the span of 2 months. So one of them, her first one, the one that she was super close with, the one that lived over here, off, I don't know, Bowdish. She had it. She was in the hospital. Amanda was, she was all upset about, which of course, understandably so. She wasn't able to say goodbye because she wasn't, admitted. She wasn't able to go in the hospital to see him.
Right.
Yeah. So she passed, and then her second grandmother passed in Montana, very small town.
Was it
Coming back from
COVID
bowling.
related or no?
It was absolutely.
It was. That's too
was.
bad.
So yeah, both grandmas, but one of them was the first one was from COVID.
It's interesting because people will say, I know nobody, the non-believers, I know nobody who's gotten COVID and died. But I had a cousin who got the vaccine, and next thing you know, they got lumps underneath their fucking lymph nodes or something like that. You'll hear that all the time. But I don't know anybody of all my little sphere of people that I know. Nobody's had any trouble with the vaccine other than a hurt arm, or they, like yourself, you went down for a day.
Mild flu.
The second shot was definitely worse than the
So
first.
you did too.
Yeah.
It
The
chills, stuff like
Yeah.
it was
The
like
first shot, I was just fucking exhausted for like 2 solid days.
What the fuck?
No, it just I felt run down.
Really?
And then the second shot a few months later, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I had muscle pain for 2 or 3 days. I had
Months later.
chills, and I had a low grade fever and all that stuff. But I mean, in comparison to both times having COVID, it wasn't shit.
Okay, so
So
my experience, he came to work and he was down. He was done. He had to leave
Yeah.
after 6 hours. So the first shot did absolutely nothing to me other than my arm hurt a little bit, not very bad. The second shot, it was like fucking somebody took a sledgehammer and hit me in the fucking arm.
yeah,
But I had nothing else. nothing else. And the producer sitting over there swapping cameras for us. You don't have to be on the middle one all the time, buddy. Okay, you can swap back and forth. He got a sore arm too. He lied to his mom so he could play hooky and stay home from school. But
That's something I would do for sure.
yeah, his brother though, fucking down and out.
Yeah.
Down and out. So
You gonna
yeah.
get the booster?
It's not available for people who got Moderna.
Doesn't matter. Are you gonna get it?
If it comes out, it's only Pfizer.
Yeah, because the Moderna vaccine 6 months later still maintains a 91 or 92%.
I heard 93.
effectiveness. The Pfizer one drops to like 78% or something.
I thought it was
like
Johnson.
that.
Johnson Johnson is
We
low.
don't even need
That's,
J&J
that
anymore.
shouldn't even exist.
Yeah, they may as
one
well
shot.
just quit
That's too bad.
producing it because they fucked up early on. And
Oh,
same as AstraZeneca. I mean, they
Yeah.
both fucked up. and-
AstraZeneca actually fucked people up, though, right? I haven't
Well,
really heard of Johnson
I
and Johnson
mean,
fucking anybody
it's
up.
kind of, well, they both have had more side effects
Right.
than the mRNA.
I know it came out
vaccines.
that like 6 women got blood clots and stuff from the Johnson Johnson.
Yeah,
That
but they
was-
think that was the conflict with birth control, which also causes blood clots.
Yeah, okay.
So
That would make
it's-
sense.
It
So-
exacerbated a side effect from another medication,
It's,
basically.
it's interesting that it happened in Colorado all in one day. The same day I was scheduled to go get Johnson and Johnson. The same very day. So they shut down everything across the nation with Johnson and Johnson. So I could not get my vaccination that day, so I had to wait.
I wasn't even looking at Johnson and Johnson.
I
from
was
the
because it was
get-go.
only one fucking shot.
I
Just get it over with.
nah. I wanted the new one.
Yeah.
I wanted the vaccine that is the mRNA one because
Well,
I
yeah.
mean it's all around. It's better.
That means we die in 3 to 5 years. We've discussed this.
Our balls will explode, then we'll
Yeah.
You know what?
It's a science. It's science.
If it gave me 3 or 5 extra years as opposed to dying now, still consider it worth it.
But that's what people are saying is we will die in 3 to 5 years and we're all chipped now.
And you know what? I would honestly love it if it made me sterile at this point. So
no
I'm-
way.
but you don't have sex
crossing
with
my,
your wife
crossing my
anyways.
crossing my fucking fingers
you,
on
you
that
bang
one.
your wife like once or twice a month.
Yeah. So
That much?
what's your fucking point?
Jealous.
Got a problem with that?
Oh,
You're in your 20s. Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
good
see,
for
when
you.
it happens, it lasts for like 3 days. So I mean, come on, you
Wouldn't
gotta
last
have
for 3 days.
long recovery time. The banging,
The banging,
the
lasts for
banging
3
goes
well,
on and on. It's
well,
like goddamn.
Like an IV drip of Gatorade.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
basically. Yeah,
Make it stop.
been to the hospital a few times because of
yeah,
it.
it's a quarter come every
Yeah,
time.
well,
Good for you. I feel
Save it
sorry
up.
for your wife.
Yeah,
She's chapped. I feel bad for her. She's a nice lady. I'm surprised. Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about, a lot of the big things right now you'll see on pages, which Facebook is a cesspool anyways, because what does it take? You have, I don't want to talk about that, but you're talking about these pictures. You see all this just garbage. It's always just a dumb, low quality meme about, all these people that got the Pfizer vaccine are now having heart attacks. Not even thinking of the fact that what is the leading cause of death? Like heart failure, and it's ridiculous. Like you want to attribute that to in the vaccine, unless you just
you're reaching at that point.
It's more than reaching. It's the fact that you're tying those two together.
Well, the interesting thing about it is, I believe what COVID does is it attaches to your ACE receptors, right? Is what it does, and then in your lungs. When you have heart problems, you take medication that, God, I'm gonna fuck this up. I know. It makes more ACE receptors in your lungs. So instead of telling people to back off their medication because they still want their money, they told people to keep taking it. Now you have doubling or tripling of the ACE receptors in that area that the fucking COVID can attach to and kill you. So that's why so many more people with heart issues would die. Plus the clotting that it created as well.
Yeah,
That's why everybody had kidney
having
problems.
COVID makes your blood pressure basically skyrocket.
Yeah.
So
My mom was over today, and it was interesting because she was saying that they got to Skype him, and I know they do that in the hospital. My uncle who died, I know they do that, but I don't know why I would want to see somebody that's that's unresponsive, that's just laying there. I maybe want to see them for the last time. I don't know. I've never had anybody really close to me die but that's not the way I want to picture somebody on the way out. So, and it was interesting. I had to explain to my mom that they're doing comfort care in Idaho. Since they knew that he was on his last leg, they pulled the vent and let him try to survive, which they needed that vent for somebody else. So they call it comfort care. They probably gave him some fentanyl and let him go softly into the night is what they did. So
It's better than. That's probably not one of the worst ways to go if you have COVID, though.
Fucking
Like, come on.
lingering
It's-
for months at a
I
time.
know, I know,
Being
but-
kept alive by machines.
you never know if you're going to pull out. In Washington, he would still be on a vent, is my guess. They're overrun in Idaho right now with the hospital
Idaho
situation.
is overrunning
Washington,
Washington's
too, as well.
hospital system. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that could be happening in Washington State to some extent.
But these Mexicans, they're killing our healthcare system by getting free healthcare.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
But
Someone who hopped the border and taken our health care.
But think about the juxtapose, right? So I'm not going to get the vaccine. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to go into the hospital system, and I'm going to drag this shit out and cost the hospital system and my insurance company tons of money. But I'm going to bitch about the Mexicans who cross the border and get free healthcare.
You forgot to mention demanding
Right.
ivermectin because we all know that
So is
horse dewormer fights COVID real well.
It's sad.
It's ridiculous.
But then again, you look at, like, I was watching that documentary on Weed last night, and even if you think it's ridiculous, it might not be ridiculous to somebody else. The people,
No, it's ridiculous.
I know.
The
Well, hold
company
on.
that makes the shit even says don't do it.
Okay, to me and you, it's ridiculous, right? Because it's not proven. But to give a child oils and CBD is ridiculous to some people too. You see how that works? Let them fucking try it. I don't care.
I mean, CBD is basically just a natural painkiller.
But for me,
It's no different from giving them Tylenol,
you
realistically.
can
Yeah.
Okay, but for me, you can do the horse dewormer, but do the other things you need to do too. Get treatment. Don't just abandon this treatment because you're taking horse dewormer that might or might not fucking
Or
work.
just go out and get fucking vaccinated in the first place.
Or go out and get
That's
vaccinated.
asking
in
for
that
kind of a
zone.
lot,
Yeah.
though.
But
I could just take horse. I live next to North 40. Why would I? I can just pop in, grab
Right
a
into your
box of
cock.
ivermectin.
Right in your cock. Find a vein.
No, I was at the gas station 6 months ago. I was playing frisbee golf at Farragut. And we were going to the gas station. We call this guy Dirty Mike because he's outrageous. He's every conspiracy theory on the planet. But he's talking about, spaceships and, having Star Wars battles on the moon, whatever. And he talks about Michelle Obama, all that garbage. But he brings us up. It's like a 30-minute conversation. We just want to get out of there. We're standing there. He's talking to us. I'm making these dumb jokes, these quips, making fun of, kind of razzing him a little bit. But it's to the point where they don't even realize what's going on. But he brings us to the front counter and he shows us. He's got a few boxes of ivermectin. And I didn't know what it was at that point. And he's talking with us and he's like, this is the COVID cure-all.
Wow.
He's every single person that walks in that gas station. He's got a via I'm guarantee he's showing them, hey, take this horse dewormer, and it's going to cure you of COVID.
Right.
Probably because he watches Joe Rogan.
Well, that's the thing is Joe Rogan. Sure, he got COVID, but all he's preaching about is ivermectin, right? He's not preaching about. Sure, he said he was on vitamin drips and all the other things that he was doing, but he's going to attribute it to ivermectin.
Well,
Was Donald Trump taking ivermectin? There's no way they would let anyone would let him
No,
take ivermectin.
He got monoclonal antibodies, which the general public usually doesn't get
So-
because supply is so limited.
and it's not approved, right?
The monoclonal antibodies are just antibodies taken from someone who's already had the virus, and
I know, but it's not federally approved, I believe.
I mean,
It could
I don't
be.
know.
But okay. So when people are in power and they can influence people, they have a responsibility to people not to say and do stupid shit, right?
Absolutely. You'd think.
You would
Unless
think.
they're wanting to get money from their.
But how is he getting money? Now I understand what was the fake drug that they're pushing in the beginning. Trump was.
Oh fuck! There's been so many.
No,
I mean,
it was just one hydrochloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine.
Okay,
yeah.
so it turns out, I believe, Rudy Giuliani was invested in that company. And so there was always a side move. He's always trying to make money somewhere.
it's a hustle.
It's always a
This
hustle.
whole administration and everybody that belonged to it was hustling for
Not
profits.
not everybody, but
Name one person.
I fucking don't know. I don't know everybody in the fucking thing. But there was a good person in there somewhere. I know there was. He's a
A
turd.
good silent person. A good person who didn't do anything.
there's-
to
He's an
stop the
intern.
Problems.
Brings coffee.
Step in to tell other people about
There's
it.
people that come and go
You know,
in
we
an
have a word.
administration all the
We
time.
have a word for that. It's called complicit.
Oh fuck yeah! But there's people in
96-year-old Nazi just escaped from Germany because her
Fuck me.
trial's coming up. All she did was fucking paperwork.
No, I get that. I get that. She processed people in, so you're complicit because you could walk away. But there is people who walked away from that administration.
Yeah.
There is
well,
good
I
people
mean,
there.
there are a ton of people
Not
who
every-
walked away from the administration.
I
But
know, but
that's
there's
because
not-
they were fired or they were embarrassed or, you know, they just got on Trump's bad side one morning when he was watching Fox and Friends. You know, that Coca-Cola isn't spritzy.
I see,
That's reason for firing.
It's Diet Coke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Diet
still
Coke.
have hope that there's still good people back there. I still have hope. There's got to be good people back there.
Really? Because Senate's about to shut down the government just
No.
for a big fuck you.
They just passed it today.
Did they?
They did. They
I haven't-
extended it
I
out.
haven't read the news at all today.
They extended it out. It's a
Oh,
temporary.
good. An extension. So
to
fucking
December.
kicking the can down the road. That's great.
Well,
You realize we haven't had like an actual budget in like 20 years.
Ever since Clinton.
It's been just fucking, what is it? A continuing
raising
whatever.
raising of the debt ceiling.
It's fucking ridiculous.
When I was
though.
reading the stats, Bill Clinton lowered it to 0. You know, I mean, you're talking about the deficit, and then who came in office next and brought it back up and just kept, you know, it's Obama had it. I don't want to put all the blame on Republican presidents, but it's
But a trend is appearing.
but yeah, we'll take a lot of the blame for. Sure, they don't want to tax the 1%. That's the thing.
Everybody does good and bad. Clinton getting rid of Glass-Steagall and making us all put our money into the stock market for our future savings and our security when we get old.
Clinton wasn't perfect.
And he was that was shitty.
He was an absolute fuckhead in
He
some
was.
regards. Yeah.
He really killed our society in that way to make the rich richer. He gave the ability of the 1% to get mega rich.
Well, and it gave banks and all these investment firms the ability to fuck the economy.
So yeah, here's my point.
Who's been a perfect president, though? Honestly,
Who's been a perfect Teddy Roosevelt? I would say.
There's no such thing as perfect.
No, there isn't. But he's as good as close as you get. But since Reagan came into office, we've had a corporate president every single time. Every single time. They cowed town
Because of the way our elections work.
So okay, well, it's not the way our elections work.
Yes, it is.
We've been spoon-fed who we get to see, Taylor. You
no,
know that
but I'm
as well
saying
as me.
the only way to earn enough money to become president
Well, that
is
happened.
to fucking solicit donations
I know.
from people who have lots of fucking money.
That was Newt Gingrich.
well,
He brought that to the forefront.
either way, it's something that the Supreme Court seems to think is all right.
It's because they're getting money. They're getting something out of it. But the last progressive president we had was a Republican. It was Nixon. That's why we
Yeah,
have the
'cause Obama
EP.
wasn't progressive.
No,
No, he was squarely middle of the road, moderate to the end.
We always think they're moderate, but
He had some great ideas, but if you don't follow through with them,
his own party fucked him over, though.
no, the Democrats are just fucking stupid.
you're talking about what you're talking about. The Democratic presidents we've had are centrist more than they're left. Republicans are very far right. Republican presidents.
I absolutely agree.
We've the Democrats have definitely we've moved right. Like it's insane.
I don't. Bush was more of a centrist too. So I don't know that that's true. We come into this very polarized time, and Trump just kowtowed down, so he could get whatever he wanted. He allowed the right to do whatever they wanted. So
I think they were already doing what they wanted prior.
well,
to
they
that.
were, but
I mean, especially once the Tea Party got its little fucking thing going back in
white
what?
America.
He was just
yeah,
an enabler.
after the first black president got elected,
You mean the N-word president?
No,
right?
I mean the first black president.
It's funny because every once in a while you'll see like a juxtapose where it'll be Trump saying a speech versus Obama, and it was just like, oh my god.
Someone well spoke. So Obama had taken speech classes, and he had worked on, making sure he didn't stutter,
Yeah, but this is
thinking about what he said. And someone compared to someone that didn't.
Trump went to a big Ivy League college. He grew up in a very rich family. You would
Talk
think
about spoon-fed.
And
Spoon-fed.
obviously, being rich and growing up in a successful family does not equate to actual real world intelligence.
Well, no, I'm saying that he should have been trained on how to act and what to do.
He was. How do you think he ended up how he is?
How do I think because he's a
His dad was a huge racist.
he's a fucking alpha male.
His
That's
dad
why.
was a crook, just like he is. So his dad
Yeah.
taught him exactly what he believed in, and that's how we got Donald fucking Trump.
He's a bubble. He was born and raised in a bubble.
I mean, I don't see anything weird about it.
Give him the
so
Browns Edition
disappointing.
apartment for a couple years and see what he thinks about the world then.
Yeah. All right. Enough politics. I'm done with politics. It's very depressing.
It is
though?
depressing.
It is. Where's the hope? Taylor's of the mind that we should kill, or at least 99% of the populace should be dead.
No, I think what's happening right now is great. I totally endorse anybody who doesn't want to get vaccinated not getting vaccinated,
I thought originally
because this is exactly how natural selection works.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if this pandemic keeps going and it keeps mutating into something more contagious and more dangerous, the electorate's kind of gonna figure itself out over the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And then there'll really be no way for a Republican to win,
Well,
even with gerrymandering and voter suppression. I mean, enough people die, the electorate changes.
Why would they? We were just talking about this. Why would the government want to kill the people that listen to the government and get vaccinated? The fact that these people are saying that the vaccinations are going to kill us, that's why they want to get vaccinated. Well, the government is pushing the vaccine because they want to, help save us.
They don't want to save.
It's 4D chess. We just don't understand.
No. They don't want to save us. They want to save the economy.
Yeah.
If we have another shutdown, it crashes the economy, and the economy's dead. Already, I was talking to my wife about this. A year ago, we'd go and get ribeye steaks. They were $12 for two. I went to Walmart the other day. They were $25.
Well, that's your problem. You're buying Walmart's meat.
No, I didn't buy Walmart's meat. I was just looking through there because I hadn't gone to the freezer and gotten meat out of the freezer at home. So I was just looking. So I ended up just buying burgers and then coming home. But our economy is teetering, and that's why they wanted people to get vaccinated. They don't give a fuck about us.
No.
They really don't. You are a consumer, and you are a taxpayer. That's all you are to them.
A number.
Yeah.
The number they assign you at birth.
Well, they want you to go and be productive. They do. They do.
I don't know about that.
And they want you to pay taxes, and they want you to consume. They want this to be cyclical. They don't give a fuck about anything else. If they did, they would care
I mean,
about.
unsuccessful people who turn to crime get put in jail, which are mostly private prisons, which somebody makes money off of. So
Thanks,
I
Clinton.
hesitate to say that they want us all to be successful because a certain portion of the population needs to not succeed for us to maintain the prison industrial complex this country's got going.
Yeah, but that
Modern
was-
slavery.
What's that?
Modern slavery. You're talking prison workers making 19 cents an hour so they can sell these meals at,
But we're all
$5 at schools.
We're all in indentured servitude. We just are. We are agreed upon slavery to keep this fucking system going that we have. So
It doesn't have to be that way. Again, that's
well, we talked
The
about
world would have to fall to pieces for it to not be that way, though. That's the thing.
let's all go.
For something
live in the
else to
woods.
begin, what we're currently living in has to end.
Yeah.
And that's never going to be peaceful. That's never going to be calming. It's going to be violent and destructive. That's,
I'm here for it.
that's just
No.
how it's going
No,
to be.
you don't
I don't own any guns. I'm not here for it.
Yeah,
I'm honestly hoping that since we're coming up on the sun's solar maximum, we'll get a nice Carrington event going again. That'd be amazing because
Okay, but
it
here's
would
the-
solve the world's overpopulation problem. It would solve global warming, or at least it would delay it significantly.
It'd have to be pretty specific to only kill most of us, right? At
Well,
one
no,
point, is it
no,
gonna-
because what I'm talking, the Carrington event was a a solar mass ejection.
Yeah. Not
And
just a flare, but you're talking something.
well, there's a slight difference between a solar flare and a coronal mass ejection.
Okay.
Lava.
Yeah, well, a coronal mass ejection is more supercharged plasma making it to Earth.
Oh,
But
yikes.
it doesn't actually hurt people,
Okay.
anybody, but it would destroy our entire electrical infrastructure. No clean water, no food, no gas, no communication, no internet, no hospitals. 90% of the world would be dead.
Interesting.
That would be like the perfect way to kind of
Here's to
switch into a world without money and religion
to
and-
throw cold water on that. We're reaching the maximum, right?
of what?
Solar flares.
Yeah,
Except
Relevant.
except our solar flares have been weaker than they've ever been out of the sun for the last like 10 years. So we're not gonna
no.
have this massive ejection.
Not true.
It is true.
No. The biggest solar flare they've ever recorded in human history happened in 2012.
Okay,
And
but they measure them on an average.
yeah, but it's got an 11-year cycle.
I
So
know.
yes, it would make sense that
So
there
this-
would be
this-
less solar flares over the quiet portion of the 11-year cycle.
This cycle has been quieter than normal.
But that's because it hasn't ramped up yet.
So he's hoping for the big one.
No, I'm just
The
saying.
quiet earthquakes that happened before Mount St. Helens blows.
Like if I can't remember what YouTube video I was watching, but like the amount that the one in 2012 missed us by, like on the scale of the solar system, was like it's like as close to a near miss as you could get. Like the plasma shot by
Right.
like a month. If we had been, if our planet had stopped moving for a month, it would have squarely hit us.
The Mayans almost had it. Almost had it right on the nose.
Fuck.
But
2012?
also, yeah,
Yeah. We saved it to the wrong disc. So it got all fucked up. So we had to start over.
this is why the show's all fucked up.
ep.4 because we had enough space. But it's only 500 gigs, and he saves all his games to it. So it should be going
Wait,
now,
he
right?
was saving the video file onto a solid state drive.
No, onto the SSD.
Yeah.
Solid state drive.
Oh yeah. The SSD. Excuse
All
me.
you should put is, your boot system and,
Yeah.
very few things should
Games
go on
you're
SSD.
never gonna delete. And,
Yeah, right.
You don't
Things
want,
that are gonna, you need the load in a second.
yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
data going in
Yeah.
and out of a
Too late.
solid state drive.
Too late.
Writing, deleting. That'll shorten the life of
Are
your
we back
solid
on?
state drive. Or at least it used to. I don't know. Maybe they've solved that problem.
No, and I haven't gone in and deleted his shit off there because it's what he wants to keep. So we've just we had 4 gigs of buffer, and that was the end of it. So now we're going to our platter style, and that should be recording just fine, right? Dude, you don't have to be on this one. Get off this one. Fucking swap us back and forth. I'm half in, half out, you ding dong. There you go. There. That's much better. Quit
Yeah.
going to that one where you can't even
You
fucking
gotta,
see
you
me.
gotta get him in the frame
God
because
damn it,
he's got a nutsack hanging off of his
Put
neck.
him,
don't
put him
have
front and center.
Yeah. Let's zoom in a bit too.
Yeah, we all know that my daughter got me this because she thinks I'm a dickhead.
That's a fantastic shirt.
Yeah.
It just makes me laugh.
Okay, you don't. Okay.
Wholesome.
Should get
So-
one of those for Uncle Fester. You look
Now what are you
perfect.
doing? What are you bringing up? Who are you talking to on Discord? Fuck, he's supposed to be producing us, and what the fuck is he doing talking to friends? It's all about titties to him nowadays.
Internet hookers.
What do you
Internet
do?
hookers.
You're how old are you?
What do they
16?
call
Like,
that?
come on.
What do they
He
call the
just turned 16.
website? Like
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Or like Chatterbait?
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Why
Chatterbait.
do you act like
Kinda
you don't
go
know
back a little
what
bit.
OnlyFans
No,
is?
I can't remember what the name is.
Oh yeah, because you have an account on there.
Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't.
I've
You
seen
and
a
your
lot of feet pics that look like your feet, so I think it might have an account.
Okay, there's so much free porn
Yeah,
on the
right.
internet.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would I pay for it?
Because you're going to interact with
It's
them.
just like prostitutes. There are so many women in the world who have such low standards. Why would anybody pay for sex?
I don't know, man. But people are paying for it. People are making millions of dollars. We looked up Black China.
Yeah.
Black China's number 1. $20 million a month, right?
Yeah, something insane.
On what? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you
Oh.
imagine?
Did
You
you read
didn't.
the news like a month or two ago that they were gonna
Yep.
discontinue porn on it,
And then
they turned that fucking decision around in like 2 days because they realized that everybody was looking for other options.
I had no
Yeah.
idea it wasn't made for porn. It was made for other things.
Yeah, it was
Strange.
made for other things, but that's basically what it's used for.
99% of the
Yeah.
internet. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's all we
Yeah,
just
I know, but-
the world evolves around porn. If porn goes down, we're all dead.
would you fuck on camera for an extra couple $100 a week?
Couple $100 a week.
Yeah, so you bang
No.
2 times a month. Let's say, right, whatever you do, and $2,000. Just videotape you and put it up on the internet. Yeah, you
I
would.
mean,
I would if my old lady would let me.
I do it for a Big Mac.
if there was
You would
an
do it, right?
absolute level of anonymity, yeah, maybe.
You just wear one of those like old style wrestler fucking
like fucking
hoods.
Guy Fawkes mask or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Luchador mask.
A luchador. Mexican fucking bullfighter mask. Yeah, whatever. La, la, la. You can do whatever. And then you can be as crazy as you fucking wanted.
Yeah.
Throw around the ring, just
But what my kids or Zach, he keeps bringing up to me is the TikTok. So he'll bring them up to me and he'll show me, Dad, look at this. Ha ha ha. And they're always funny. So I downloaded TikTok, and TikTok is pretty pathetic too. I was surprised. You hit the live button, and it's just chicks on there.
yeah. Oh, yep.
And it's just like, okay, live is fucking stupid. And then you got to
That's
scroll.
because you can get a job as an influencer these days.
Well, sign me up.
Make more money than what we're doing. Like, honestly,
Going around and hawking other people's shit to your viewers. I mean,
If at any point anybody's out there of our 10 viewers and want to make us influencers, we will hawk your shit.
I won't.
I will. And he'll sit here and fucking...
Yeah, but you also have a nutsack attached to your neck.
I
so
do.
You'll do anything.
I'll do anything. I will suck a dick for $25,000.
25,000,
Well,
dude.
10.
10.
10 grand. I don't care.
What's the lowest you know?
Probably 5.
It depends on how
5.
desperate he is.
Yeah,
Come
like
on,
we have money.
Daddy needs a new
really
pair of
think
shoes.
About this
Well, yeah,
because
we have
if
money.
he got desperate enough, a $5 will start looking pretty fucking good.
Well, where
So
would you go? 1,000?
I would not suck a dick for any amount of money.
Really?
Really.
You're lying.
Any amount.
No.
If they
any,
paid
You could
off
be
your-
set for like.
any amount.
Pay it off your car. I'll pay off your
Even
car
if,
right
it,
now.
even if it could
I
be
will-
kept a secret from every person in existence, I would still know.
I'll pay off your
I
car.
would still. That's
Them
one
lips look
person
good,
too
nice.
many.
Yeah. How
What
much
if
you
you
got
guys? What if he gets amnesia and it's just you knowing?
Yeah.
No, but that's still one person too
Yeah.
many.
Really?
Alright.
See,
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me that much.
No,
Like, yeah, you throw down $5,000, I'm sucking a dick.
I mean cocks are not attractive.
No,
things.
they're
Maybe
not.
check my bank.
Neither's a vagina though.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fucking horrid. Both of them just look like aliens.
Yeah.
They do. What, you thinking a vagina is attractive? I
Oh my god! I hope
Well, I
alien
mean-
vaginas invade Earth. Oh boy,
It's not
They-
overly attractive.
It's gross. It's gross.
What would you normally say? It's a hole.
It's a hole.
It's not like they call it bumping beautifuls.
No.
You got a point here.
Exactly. So you probably go down on your old lady, right?
Sure.
So you're already down there with something that looks horrible.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between an ugly cock and an ugly vagina?
Because I don't like cock.
Okay. But it's $5,000.
Well, hold on. Come on. You were talking about a lot more money a minute ago.
I said I'd do it for $5,000. If somebody
No,
got $5,000 out there.
I wouldn't do it for any amount of money.
Aw.
If you were gonna
not
be, if you were just a
interested.
little more open-minded, see, you're stuck on only half the population. If you would accept the fact that you would
Exactly.
suck a penis, it opens up the rest of the world.
Options.
It gives you options.
Gives you options.
Yeah, but I'm okay with limited options. I'm not interested in the other options.
So
That's fair.
here's my feeling to you and myself. We're not that attractive.
No.
So, I mean, maybe we are to some gay guys that want to put their cocks in our mouth.
Yeah,
Money.
Okay, but
$5,000.
I wish
Still.
there was a grinder for straight guys that just wanted to bang.
Yeah.
isn't
That's
it
what
called
I want.
Tinder?
That's for gay guys.
Tinder?
No, grinder is.
Oh, no, Grindr. I'm
Grindr
sorry.
is.
Wow.
Tinder
Oh,
is for everybody.
Tinder's, yeah.
So
Shoot.
you could go bang a guy?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what happened to Craigslist casual meetups? Isn't that
That's
thing?
sketch. You're
No, well-
I don't think it
it's all
happens anymore.
sketchy,
No.
anyways.
I think the government removed that or made them
Craigslist.
remove it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
Would you
like
take would you
shaking.
take one in the butt?
He's shivering.
No.
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 You know,
Ah.
that's yeah. God was cruel to us by putting the G spot right where
I would probably
For
take it in the
90%
butt
of
for like
guys.
$100,000.
Yeah.
$100,000. It's a virgin butt.
Well, I mean, it won't be after you hit what? What age? When does the doctor start sticking his fingers up your ass?
So
55?
I went into the doctor like 3 months ago, and he started saying that I needed to do that.
Okay.
And so I said, no, I really don't. He goes, you want me to schedule you? And I said, no, it's all right. Unless you're giving me $100,000. It's not happening.
you just prep yourself.
My dad told me how it goes. So they put the thing up you, and then they blow you up with air so they can
Yeah.
put the camera in there. He said he farted for like a half an hour
That's
after
for
he got done.
colonoscopy.
Okay,
That's,
so
I was talking about a prostate exam where the doctor,
oh no,
fucking gloves up. And,
so yeah,
That was a very accurate noise.
Yeah.
the PA wanted to do that to me like 5 years ago.
Oh, and you said no to that too?
Yeah, it was. I said, honey, no. It was a woman, our old PA. And I went in for a physical, and she wanted to check my prostate, and it was like, no.
Well, like the surefire way to not get prostate cancer is to come all the time, right? And you bang all the time, so
Not all
what's-
the time.
What's to worry about?
Not all the time. Enough, more than
Enough.
twice a month.
More than the average American man.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what is average for you. You're young.
Average for me
Yeah,
right now, it's 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
It's
So-
exhausting. I
Easy
wish
go.
it was. I wish it was whatever, less than that, once a week.
4 times a
I'd
week.
be good with that.
So I'm one less than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. For 30 years.
That's you're talking about it. What do they say? It's a tablespoon. That's dude filling buckets.
Yeah, it's weird to hear somebody that says they don't. Now you're doing it by choice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, your wife wants it more than you want it.
yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And so there's men out there whose wives don't want it from them for whatever reason.
It's increased more recently though.
For you and your wife.
Yeah.
Good for you
I'd say
guys.
probably more like, I don't know.
Would you guys spice it up or something to make it happen
No,
more often?
No,
Leather sheets,
not necessarily.
sex swing.
Sex
I mean,
swing?
if anything, things have gotten more stressful.
Really, around the house?
Well, yeah.
How
At the
so?
beginning of the school year.
Oh, yeah.
Continuing contract now, and it's her first year, so she's got to make lesson plans for 2 separate classes now
Right.
that haven't been prepared in years previous because
Well,
she wasn't on a contract.
And last year was less
And she's-
stressful because it was COVID, right?
And she's still right in the middle of her master's program at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
busy.
Yep.
and then the kids both have soccer,
Yeah.
4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah. I'm glad my kids are almost grown. Almost men. Two out the house. It's nice. You haven't started yet. You
I
need
have
to
not.
Go breed Amanda. Go breed her.
That's the worst word on
It's
the
the
planet.
best word.
All these
Amanda.
old white men at work just saying, "Oh, I can't wait to go home and breed my wife."
No, it's
Yeah,
Like, you're
that's
60,
that's-
dude.
That's a creepy fucking thing to say.
it's not that.
That's weird.
Well, what did he say? He said he's going to go home and.
You breed dogs.
You're right. It's
Yeah. You breed cats.
What
he
did
goes
Tony-
home. He has 2 scientists watching him. And he's
Legs
coming to
up
watch
a
me
little
breed.
further, please. Hold it.
Like you breed lower forms of life.
What did Tony say he was
Don't
going to go home and do to
breed
his wife?
people.
Oh.
He's going to go beat his wife up, or he was going to kill it. I said, dude, you ain't killing anything. She's already had a kid. You ain't doing no damage to that fucking thing. You're out your mind. Well, yeah, I am. No. Go home.
Hot dog down a hallway.
It's not that. She's just, there's calluses there now. She's just fucking, it's been bruised and healed and bruised and healed and bruised and healed.
We can't have three white guys talk about a woman's vagina like we know what we're talking about, though. That's not fair to them. But who?
What do you mean it's not fair to them?
Well, you're talking.
Do they sit around and talk about fucking guys.
Oh, for sure they do.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
So why can't
More
we
than
do
we
the
do.
same?
You think so?
I bet, yeah, absolutely. 100%. I bet Amanda goes
I
to her
can't imagine
sisters
why though.
and they talk about penises.
Yeah.
They talk about sex lives. I know Amanda's come to me and said, "Hey, you know, I know everything about my sister's sex life and about her and her boyfriend. It's just they talk about these things. I would never talk with you. Like they go into detail, you know.
like it's just such a weird
strange
thing to talk about.
My wife will swear me to secrecy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll fucking blurt it out like I'm not supposed to. And she'll just give me the death stare. Like, fucker, I told you not to do that. You know.
They've seen each other naked also, like sisters and stuff. I would never show my brother. You know, that's weird. But my Amanda says that her mom.
Did you
is,
never pee in front of your dad?
Of course I did. I took showers with my dad until I was like 4. You know.
Yeah. We still pee in front of each other, don't we, Zach?
Amanda talks about.
But it's probably more discreet, right?
know,
You
so
don't. He doesn't like just fucking drop trow
We'll go around
and
the
then
corner.
just start fucking fire hosing it.
Yeah, we do. We go around the edge of the garage because we don't have a bathroom in here, and
Yeah,
just fucking.
but I'm sure no one's like.
You did watch me a helicopter. You know, like,
No, like, it's like casual pissing around other people.
Yeah, it's
it's
'cause-
not okay. We're gonna face each other. Just remember to keep your eyes up here, sort of thing. You know.
But the sisters don't do that either because they're just comfortable with each other. They're not comparing or anything like that. They're not looking. I'm sure it's just casual.
Amanda knows if her mother is shaved or not, and she thought it was
Really?
weird that I didn't know
Wow.
if my mom was shaved. I thought that was the weirdest thing on the
I'm
planet.
gonna have to ask my mom if she's shaved.
that's the thing is, there's
I
no way I'm
am
ever gonna
not
bring that
going
up.
to ask my mom
She's
that.
78. I'm wondering if she still fucking gardens down there.
Mom, you trim you trim the hedges.
What do you use? Do you wax? Mom.
Fucking hedge clippers.
Oh yeah, she's from, it's old school down there, probably 1970s. So good for her.
well.
I mean, sometimes it's okay to not be trendy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was something
Yeah.
that adhered to trends.
Well, yeah. Back when I was growing up, everybody had hair. Nowadays, everybody trims.
everyone looked like a Sasquatch in Playboy back in the 80s. It was
I think
a scary
every-
time.
I think everyone's
Yeah.
just lazier though, right?
No, it wasn't
Because
a thing
ma-
back then.
Huh?
It wasn't
just
a thing.
wasn't a thing.
You didn't have air
Are you
strips.
are you telling me that not at any point in human history did someone ever look down and go, "God damn, I wish that wasn't there."
No, I'm sure. I'm sure people trimmed up to a certain extent, but nobody did, landing strips or whatever they do nowadays.
I don't think that's true.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
at some point in history, going ways back, somebody tried
I don't know.
to
Someone.
make their nutsack as smooth as a baby's bottom.
What would you'd use a knife, right? What if you actually
just-
cut
I
in
a
your,
Bowie knife.
you're gonna cut yourself
Daniel
and die
Boone.
from
I've
sepsis
used
or
a
something.
Razor
that's what
I've
happened
used
in-
on my face to shave down there.
With
I use clippers.
someone back
Yeah,
in like
I've-
1000
I've done-
shave your
BC.
balls.
I've definitely nicked myself.
You shave your
It
balls.
does not feel good, huh?
You shave your balls.
Yeah.
I do
mean,
too.
not.
You shave
It's
your
scary.
balls too?
Oh yeah. You got to be careful, but you can. Go
Oh yeah,
quick.
you got to be careful.
It's- you will cut yourself,
take
and
the
you can't be
chance?
scared about it.
Because it feels fucking great.
Oh, until a couple days later when you're just hands down your pants, scratching nonstop.
Oh, that doesn't happen with me.
No,
He's a
Oh,
redhead,
no.
so it's totally different
Nair.
hair.
Is it though?
I don't know.
I mean, besides the color.
Well, apparently, you're scratching and he's not. So
Look at
something's
beards. Our
different.
beards are pube hair, right? Like our beards look the same. Is it? Does it make
No.
we all have pubes
No.
that close to our face?
I don't know.
Might as well just take a penis.
mean,
I don't shave
I
my
don't
balls.
shit out of my mouth. So
I don't shave my
piss out of
balls.
my mouth. So
oh yeah, me neither.
I
I don't
wonder
think
how
I'd
many
call
people
them
shave their
pubes.
balls.
I bet a lot.
Yeah. Is it? Does she go down and are you shaving it for her?
No, I do it for me.
For you?
Yeah,
Because you enjoy it.
it's more comfortable for me,
Ah.
and
This
it's
is-
less effort every time I hop into the shower. I mean,
So
Yeah.
why don't you do one of those acid-based creams you just
Nair?
put on there? Nair, and it just eats the
no.
hair
That
away.
burn.
not doing that.
You've tried it.
I've tried it. I've tried Nair. I did it on a patch on my leg. I couldn't do that on my balls.
Ah,
There's no way.
but it's different skin.
It's more sensitive skin. It would kill me.
I wonder.
It's like
I'm gonna ask my
Jerking
wife.
with icy hot.
I asked my wife if she wants my balls shaved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet-
I don't think she will.
I bet a large percent of the male population does trim at least.
Yeah,
So what's interesting
I
is
would say so.
it's you're not doing it for your wife. You're not doing it for your fiance.
Half and half.
You are.
Yeah, I
Alright.
like being clean for her.
Absolutely. You got to be clean because they can smell. They have better
But there's a
noses than
difference
us.
between being clean and then being trimmed or shaved.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
I make a distinction between those things.
But you're
you
doing
can
it for
still
yourself.
have a bush, but be clean.
But I'm just saying, neither one of you guys are going out looking for strange.
No.
No. So the update really isn't there if they don't give a fuck, right? There's no reason to do it other
But like
than
I
you
said,
enjoy
I
it.
do
I
it
know
for
you
me.
enjoy it.
There have been times in my life, even when I was already with Robin, where I shaved
Because you're a Wookiee.
from the neck down. Like
Ooh.
I took a razor and shaved my entire. I mean, it takes.
Yikes!
it
Yeah,
takes
that would take some
hours.
time.
Oh, and you have no idea. You've never seen my back or my ass, which, by the way, is most definitely like my father's.
Apparently, since you won't take 10 grand, nobody's going to see your ass.
Well, that's probably best for everybody involved. So,
100 grand.
but
I have
have you
nothing.
ever done it?
And done.
Shave
Nope.
all body hair from the neck down. Holy fuck! I understand why women do it.
How do you get your back? Can you get your entire back?
My
with,
wife would do it. That part of me, yeah.
That's
But oh my god, it feels
some
so
effort.
great.
So
Throw on a pair of sweats, fucking silky smooth legs.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
God.
god, I haven't done it in like since we had kids.
Well, I think you
basically,
should.
But it feels fucking great.
I'm Italian. I'm
It
not a
is
hairy
very
guy.
Comfortable.
really,
Yeah, for sure. Look at my leg here. I mean, I didn't get leg hair until I was like maybe a senior in high school. I would just tell people I had to shave my legs because I was swim class in
it's
7th grade.
unusual because Italians are just fucking. They're
My dad is hairy.
yeah.
You know,
that's
he was.
that's your testosterone level too. The
Yikes.
hairier you are, so you obviously have more testosterone than us. Because I have none on my
But
ass.
that doesn't really make sense.
You ever seen a girl with hairy arms?
Sure.
They're very sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because their testosterone levels much higher than normal.
All right.
I'm just putting that out
Keep
there
that in mind if I see
for the
any
kids.
very
For-
hairy armed women roaming around the
That's all. I go out to the bar. That's all I look for. Hairy
yeah,
arms.
yeah.
Well, the producer might need to
Can I
know
see your
that.
arms?
He's searching for girls. You might want to get one with hairy arms. I have no hair on my ass.
None.
None.
Really?
Yeah. I got old man hairs. Like I'll get like 3 nipple hairs now. That's
3 nipple hairs?
Yeah.
You don't have hair on your chest?
No.
I'm right there with you. I've got like 8, but I don't have really any strip
What
here
the
either or
fuck?
chest hair. I've got like
Seriously,
2 chest
am
hairs.
I like the only guy on the planet that is just covered in fucking hair?
You might
Tyler-
be.
Look at Tyler Collins.
Is it that like Neanderthal fucking genes?
You got the
Something
bump.
like that?
You got the bump. Look at your bump compared to ours.
My bump.
There is no
Fucking
bump here.
bump. Bump.
Did you not know that's the Cro-Magnon bump there?
Well, I mean, I know what the stereotypical fucking Neanderthal look is.
Well, look
but,
at his. He's
but
got
I
no
don't.
bump.
I don't feel. Oh, you mean like right here?
Yeah, you've got it. You've got the
Oh,
bump.
well,
You
I
got the
mean-
bump, my brother.
Pretty much
Oh,
dragging
Okay. Well,
your hands along the
No
ground.
shit with the
Plus,
hair. We
well-
figured it out.
no hair on my hands, fortunately.
Which side
Unlike my father,
of the hands? Wow.
but I
Cro-Magnon.
definitely have fucking hobbit feet.
You do.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
Like I
Wow.
said, it's not to the extent of my dad, but it's noticeable.
This podcast sucks ass.
I don't know. Somebody might be interested.
Yeah. They're
I
going to
mean,
look at you and go, oh.
if we like
Knuckle dragger.
reposition
I wanna fuck
ourselves as
him.
like a comedy podcast instead of like some serious thing about current events and
No,
politics, I mean, it might work
our
out.
podcast can be about whatever it is. This is where just bullshitting.
Yeah.
It
For all the
doesn't have to-
politic and COVID talk, we're gonna just talk about balls and
balls, shaving balls.
Body hair. Yeah.
I've never even thought about shaving my balls.
Really?
No.
Why?
Why would I?
You're just not adventurous.
It
What
is.
the fuck is
I'm
wrong with
plenty,
you?
Plenty adventurous. There's no fucking upside to it other than you could hurt yourself severely.
Just doing it, just the process of doing it itself, it's kind of pleasurable.
You've
Not
got-
even gonna
you've-
lie.
Do you guys, you take it and you stretch it and then you
No.
fucking shave it?
You
up?
you gotta pull it up and then you shave the balls. You don't pull your skin. I don't pull my skin. I just get something else out of the way and then I go ham.
Wow.
And I've used razors to do it. I've
Oh,
used
motherfucker.
electric clippers.
You gotta start with the clippers,
Where
then
you
you
at
move
right
to the
now?
razor.
Are you hairy right now?
I'd say I'm in between.
In between.
I'd say I'm about 4 weeks out.
We could put up like a fucking thing, and we could show
No,
you. I got razor blades out there.
we are not going to do that.
Just watch the fucking hair drop on the ground. That would be classic. That would be a TikTok.
That would
It
be
makes some good content.
that would be
That's a
pointless because we could just be cutting my hair and dropping it down.
Oh, no.
Unless someone sees the meat and veg,
We'll just have like the big old fucking carrot just fucking blacked
just
out.
like the balls hanging like
Just a piece
on
of
the top
skin.
of the frame.
He'll grab a side to stretch him. I'll grab a side, and you just sit there with the
All right.
fucking.
Well,
no.
if you think both of you are getting involved in me shaving my testicles, you're fucking
Not happening.
delusional.
No, well,
Darn.
yeah, it's kind of. I was looking forward to it.
Well,
Not
that
happening now.
sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. This has really gone off the fucking rails.
The balls on your shirt, they're pretty. They're 2 weeks after getting shaved. Right
Yeah,
there.
those are far too symmetrical, though. Come on.
What do you mean?
Yeah, one's got to droop
I
a
have-
little bit.
Yeah, I've never seen my balls just like perfectly rounded, like hanging at the same level.
Really?
Really?
You?
My third one kind of hangs lower than the other two.
The third one. Okay. Mine always hang exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're like perfect.
Yeah, but you at your age hanging perfectly the same is probably like
Well, I'm sitting on them right now.
6 inches lower than for
Yeah,
us,
I'm
right?
sitting on them right now, but that's okay. I can't feel them anymore. Except when you get up and you get that tingly from the lack of blood flow in your
Yeah.
Your
balls.
balls?
No, I was taking a shit today. I swear to God, I was taking a shit today, and I got up and I started walking, and I wasn't in there very long. I was like in there for like 5 minutes, right? Looking at my phone, fucking around. Normally I'm in and out, and I get up to walk, and my fucking legs start tingling. Like there's no blood flow to my fucking legs.
Yeah.
Did it just shut down again? Or we're back on this one where you can't see me? You motherfucker. he's just off in La La Land. He's texting girls on his phone. He just puts it on one camera and says, fuck it.
What he needs to do is create a program that just kind of moves in between all
That's
the
a good
cameras
idea.
every so often.
I can't imagine it would be a hard thing to code. It would switch.
Oh, I mean, you could
Randomize,
just
switch
get
between these three
get
cameras.
a macro program to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it for you. I mean,
Well, the cameras need to be set up better too. We just got the third camera. The shitty thing is it's old, right? But it's like high quality old, so it makes the other two new cameras look like shit. It does. It's like clear. There's no noise in it or anything. It's fucking. But you can't take out certain things, which suck. So you got to pretend like you're recording this whole fucking time.
Doesn't look bad.
Look at him. He's just TikToking and Discording. He does not give a fuck.
No, he's 16. What do you
He's 16.
expect?
I know, but-
Come on. Look at all the nearly nude chicks on live. Dude,
that what you're doing?
it's a dream. I wish when I was 16, I had. You know what I had
You're
access
not that
to?
far away from it.
I'm 26. I'm 10 years away from 16.
Yeah. We talked about 26. That's when it all goes downhill.
We
But you're
did-
still knocking it out
added
4
that
times a
boner
week.
sense. Yeah, it's soft. I've been folding it up and putting in cider. No, you're talking about when I was 16.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
What I used to do is I would like crease it down the center and fold it together and put it in that. I would do it differently each time. That's what I would do. Try it.
Okay.
You've done the stranger, right? Where you. No,
what is that fucking hand motion?
that's
What
you're,
is that?
That's you're jacking off. Instead of jacking off like this, you throw that fucker over. Use the thumb
The
as you
string-
go up and down.
Strangers when you sit on your
yeah,
hand.
yeah, that's not the stranger.
We'll try it
The
tonight.
stranger was when you sit on your
Hey.
hand until it's numb.
That's-
Yeah.
So your hand can't feel it, and then you stroke one.
That's the don't tell anyone else. That's
that's
the
all-
your
that's what
friend
it's
is
called.
jerking you off.
Where did you learn it from?
What, the stranger?
Yeah, where'd you first hear about it from?
His dad
God.
showed him. Here, let me use
Probably
my
like
hand
Urban
on your son.
Dictionary or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, he's too young. Gone in 60 Seconds. Did you ever see that movie?
With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I've seen absolutely.
At
I've seen it, but
Very beginning of the movie,
Uh-huh.
they describe the stranger
Do
like,
they?
in detail. That's where I learned about it.
I was never into movies when I was younger. I never saw that movie when I was.
You never
movie now.
upside down though. Use the thumb.
No,
You got to get the thumb motion going.
there's less nerves on the upper side of your cock than there is on the bottom side.
Rotate that motherfucker.
That just sounds like a recipe for getting an injury that I don't want to go to the hospital for.
Okay, shut the fuck up. You're shaving your fucking balls.
And that sounds way better than whatever this fucking thing you're doing with your thumb is that involves twisting.
You're coming like 18 inches
When
out, too.
has twisting a cock ever ended in something pleasurable?
Here we go. I'm trying to
Ever.
I'm trying to educate our viewers. Well,
You're going to get somebody
three of them.
hurt.
I'm gonna get somebody hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need one of those warnings at the beginning of this.
Warning, do not attempt
Do
this at
not
home.
jack off like this.
Only performed by professionals in
I
a
wouldn't-
closed facility.
I wouldn't say that's 18 inches either. I would just, that's what he said. It's like 18 inches.
You're on Jeremy over here.
Guinness Book of World Records longest penis in the world is 18 inches.
18 inches.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
There was a micro penis that was like 0.6 centimeters or something like that.
What would you rather be? Would you
far
rather
as
be
what?
18 inches?
No.
Yeah, no,
No.
that sounds like there's no way that's pleasuring anyone.
No.
Not even yourself.
Like, you would think that with how much blood it would take to get
Oh
into
my
your
goodness.
penis
Passing out.
cock to erect, you would pass out every time you'd get aroused. I mean, that doesn't sound like fun.
It's not
And
me.
if you did find some woman who didn't like shriek in fear as soon as she saw you erect, there's no way that situation ends well. I mean, how far can you get it in? 9 inches?
At max.
What are you supposed to do with the other fucking 9 inches? Or the other whatever?
I guess you'd
Math
do this
isn't
motion.
good right now. yeah, you'd be doing this weird stranger that he's talking about.
Oh God, 9 inches at max. It depends on the woman, right?
No, there is no woman who would
Could take 18 inches.
No.
Right, I agree with you.
absolutely not. I mean, you would be well inside her stomach by the point you got that thing all the way in.
Maybe she'd enjoy it.
I mean, she would.
Rearranging her organs.
Take that.
I mean, if you like having your cervix displaced, then
Well,
yeah, it sounds great. But
It's if you ever meet somebody that has had their oh God, what's it called when prolapsed? There's women who get their cervix prolapsed from that very thing.
Just tuck it back inside.
That's all you got to do.
Put your hand wallet away. You got
You got to fist it back in.
There's no way.
kind of
there's
like the
No.
cure to an ascended
No,
testicle is a good gut punch thing. I mean,
It's science.
it doesn't sound very sciencey. It
It's
sounds like
science.
something some 12-year-old would make up because they were scared.
It's a science, Taylor. You just got to fist it back in. That's what you got to do.
Oh. Dwayne, I'd take $10,000, but I wouldn't take it from you. I'd go I'd find someone else. I don't want you anywhere near my groin area.
Prolapse rectum.
Forget prolapse. If I get a prolapse, I'm gonna keep scrolling through my contacts when I see you come to your name.
I'll just fist that fucker back up inside there. I'm a helper.
That only sounds like it would exacerbate the problem,
Oh, it's-
especially on the exit.
It's science. It just is what it is. It's science. That's the way they do it in the hospital. They just fucking slam it back in there. I'm sure they teach it on a doctor show.
There's no way your voice wouldn't be 18 octaves higher after someone punches your prolapse back in.
I don't know if you'd even be conscious after that.
Ow. Ow. Oh,
There
that's much
would
better.
be no ow. There would be no
No.
screaming. There would
It's
just
like when
be an instant black screen.
No. It's,
Yes.
No, Taylor. It's like when somebody's arm pops out and you get it back into place. They're screaming the whole time, but my uterus is back in place. Oh, that's much better.
Dude, do not resuscitate. If you have to push my prolapse back in with a fist, then just leave me dead.
Prolapsed uteruses.
Nope.
Yeah, it's the science. You just got to fist it back in. You'll be there someday.
There is no
What?
situation on this planet that is resolved by fisting something back in. Ever.
You don't know that.
Oh, I don't need to know for sure.
It's science.
Yeah?
It's just science.
Back from
Okay.
your fisting doctorate from med school.
I'm telling you, when I had my appendix when I was a kid and he had to go up into my anus to feel the walls to see if it was inflamed, it felt like he was fisting me. I've talked about this before. It's like he had a dick finger. He had a 9-inch dick finger. He did. He could have been fisting me. I don't know. My parents were watching.
What's with that mushroom head on your
Yeah,
friggin'
yeah.
index finger?
Wow.
That's, oh.
God, this really hurts.
You guys, you have to prepare. There's nothing wrong with a butt plug. Nothing wrong with. Honestly, it's life changing.
Yeah.
You know how that's life changing for you.
Oh yeah.
You got to experiment. We gotta knock down these walls of it's gay for taking anything up your butt.
I don't think it's gay.
If you're with, well,
I
you're
don't-
progressive.
I don't have any exceptional reason against like a butt plug, but yeah, having
get a
another
small one.
guy's sausage finger up my ass or another guy's
So you're-
dick up my ass is just not something I'm interested in.
So if Robin wanted to come home with a strap on,
And peg me,
peg you.
I would not agree to it.
Okay.
At least not right away.
She'd have to warm you up.
There,
She'd have to
there,
rub
there
the
would,
head on
there
your
would
anus
be,
for a
there,
while.
there would be some convincing. There
Right.
would be some comfort period to
Right.
ease into
A
it.
lot of wine.
There, oh, wine, you have no idea. And not wine. We'd be going straight to hard liquor.
Hard alcohol.
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah, I don't think my wife would even. Your wife might think about it.
No,
No, she wouldn't
I
even think about it.
highly doubt it.
Amanda,
Oh, absolutely,
she would do it to you.
for sure,
Good for her.
dude. It's.
Craziness.
I'd let her do it. It'd have to be a small strap on
Yeah.
for sure.
And then
And
to
usually
start
with
with.
those things, you got to work your way up, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're not going straight to zucchini or bad dragon. We're gonna start with the the freaking .06 micro penis.
And you got to get like that nice like silicone lube too, the stuff that actually
Yeah.
hangs around for like ever.
The bougie stuff. We're gonna
Yeah.
if we're gonna treat my asshole right, we're gonna use luxury.
so here's the deal. If you guys do experiment
Yeah.
and something goes wrong, you keep me on speed dial.
There's no way.
I'll come and I'll shove that fucker back up in you. I swear to God, I will. That's what a friend does. That's what a friend does.
I don't think.
Oh.
I think you have a higher chance of having that problem than him because,
Yeah.
as they said on Rick and Morty, his anal
damn.
cavity is still taut. Yet
Maui,
malleable.
Maui. All the way up there.
Yours, from the sounds of all these stories you're telling me, has some fucking mileage on it. So I'd be more concerned with yourself.
But
And
I'm-
I'm pretty sure you're not flexible enough to fist your own shit back in.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I think
And
you're absolutely
your
right.
wife seems to be unwilling to
Yeah, so which,
venture into that territory either. So who are you going to keep on
exactly.
speed
So
dial?
which one of you guys are going to come over and refist it back in for me?
We're gonna make your wife. True love means
Yeah.
fisting your prolapse back in.
I'm just saying though.
If she won't do it, you got to find someone else.
I'm the one who's not doing this unless somebody wants to pay me a whole lot of fucking cash, $100,000.
Yeah.
But you're going to do this at some point. So I'm just saying, if you need somebody on speed dial, I'm there for you, buddy. I'll put a shit in and then I'll fucking ram that fucker in there for you.
They already have a number for that.
I would
Call
have to.
911.
911.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to the
Tom.
doctor anyway. There's no, you punch it a prolapse. You're doing actual severe damage.
No, it's science. It's what they do. It's what they do.
Where?
I don't know. Somewhere.
The
Somewhere
doctor's
they're
gonna
doing
ask
it.
how you have freaking bruises
I
on
think
your.
I heard that they do that in Brazil.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, that sounds right.
That's what my aunt's sister told me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like a reliable source.
yeah. It definitely is.
Is she also the one that told you to get the COVID shot right in your penis? Is that
I think no, that was on CNN. That's where I heard that.
the male
It's
Brazilian?
more effective if it goes in a vein of your cock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Once you start
I didn't know
chewing
that.
blood, that's when you should probably go see a doctor, though, right?
that's why I'm like 99% on the COVID scale. I put that fucker on the table. I said, "Shoot it up." That's what I did. I can't find a vein. I can't find a vein. And I made my wife come in and rub it, and then we found a vein.
But you don't put the COVID shot into a vein. You put it into
Yeah,
a muscle.
Yeah, I know. You got to be.
Cock's not a muscle.
Yeah. It's just like a steroid, right? That's why it
Yeah.
hurts so bad.
Well, I mean, and the fact that you're getting foreign matter injected into your body.
Yeah, it's weird because just going back to this real quick. It affects my eye. Every night I shoot my wife up with a needle, but I'm shooting her into fat every night, and it doesn't affect her like it does the COVID. So it was interesting. Wow, that's a juxtapose.
Yeah, one time I had to get a shot of penicillin
Mm-hmm.
in the ass
Wow,
for strep.
how'd that feel?
Great, because after that happened, they realized I was allergic to penicillin.
Did you blow up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And then
wow.
I had to have another shot in the ass of steroids.
Yeah, I got the only one I had because I knew I was allergic to penicillin was 2 tetanus shots on one arm. And what happened to me is my arm got huge. So I was like 8 years old with like this bodybuilder arm that I went around and showed off for like 2 weeks.
Like Quagmire and Family Guy when he discovers internet porn.
What happened?
Dude, you just...
Yeah.
And the other arm was,
Fucking
you know...
Oh, because he's jacking off all the time?
Yes. He comes out to get the mail and he's got bags under his eyes and he hasn't come outside in months. Quagmire, are you okay? Yeah, guys, I get back inside.
You know who my favorite character is on the Bill Burr show cartoon.
F is for family.
Yeah, the guy, the radio star that lives next door, Vic. I think his name's Vic.
Yeah, you're right.
I've never seen it.
Oh
The
my
must-
God,
yeah,
Vic is the best.
When that has the big open picture window when he's screwing chicks on his couch. Oh,
It's just, you got to watch it. You got it in Netflix, right? Or you can get it.
I mean, I've seen it on Netflix. It's just
F is for family.
It doesn't really look like it's interesting to me.
Yeah. So you have a guy that has a shitty life, which is Bill Burr, and then his next door neighbor is this fucking guy who's got everything.
Yeah.
And he walks around and you can see his cock just flopping in his pants and shit. It's beautiful.
it's a fantastic show. If you like, that vein, Rick, and it's not as good as Rick and Morty, but it's better than Family Guy for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I don't like I can't watch stupid comedy anymore. Like I
Yeah.
like smart comedy that like has a semblance of intelligence behind it or something.
I don't have a high
can't-
enough IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
Oh, well, I'm not saying Rick and Morty. I'm just in
So you
general.
don't like Paradise PD?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, that's a great one too. I didn't like it in the beginning because it was so stupid, but then it just grew on me. Zach
kinda
kept
got
watching it.
Burned out on Family Guy for shows like that. Like, I mean, I watched The Simpsons when I was younger. I watched
You didn't?
like Futurama. I liked Futurama, but
Hmm.
all these newer kind of semi-adult cartoons, I never really had any interest in.
So I
them.
never really got into Futurama.
You like
Yeah.
Community. They've got like actual PhDs, the writers. You ever watch
Oh,
Community?
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
You're
No,
saying-
you're fine. But it's totally different from Family Guy. Paradise PD is just stupid. It's just the whole thing's stupid. It's
Well,
beautiful.
That's probably why I'm not going to enjoy it then. I don't enjoy stupid humor like I used to when I was a teenager. It
Yeah.
just irritates me.
It makes the whole Paradise. Did you like Paradise PD?
I never watched it.
Oh my God, Zach! These motherfuckers never watched Paradise PD.
I don't watch South Park either. It was never something I got into. It's never really liked
It
it.
depended on the episode, like the Britney Spears one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a funny fucking episode. She just goes around with, because she shoots herself in the head, blows her head off. She goes around and just half a fucking mouth talking to everybody.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
stupid.
boy.
So good. But yeah, there's just so much of that show that it's hard to get everything in. So somebody will come up to you and go, oh, this episode. And you go, fuck.
Yeah, there's 30 seasons.
Is there really?
I don't know. I
Of
think-
what?
South Park.
Yeah, there's a
Probably.
lot of South Park.
Let's find
Almost
out.
as much as Simpsons. Simpsons is never going to end.
Simpsons were when I was a kid.
It's going to outlive all of us. Back when Conan was on, that was like peak.
Well, it's a
Like,
moneymaker.
first 10 seasons.
It's a fucking huge moneymaker. And just keep rolling it out. How many
Oh.
seasons?
That's right.
26.
Your basement is basically a Faraday cage.
It is.
Or your garage.
Garage.
That's
You have to hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but
I would tell you, but
this phone, I don't think I've ever been to your house since I got this phone, and I don't want to have to re-enter all the password stuff.
so I'll do it
So
real
you
quick.
just do it.
I'm going to guess that they're on season 27 now. And that they've been renewed for the 28th, 29th, and 30th.
I think I've got like the first 20 seasons on DVD at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Costco was having a sale on them at the same time they were having a sale for Stargate Atlantis and Stargate SG-1. because
Okay,
I
so
bought
it's-
the whole
it's-
series of those at the same time.
It's been on for 24 seasons.
24.
Wow, not as long as I thought.
Simpsons.
Oh, probably like what?
Oh, you're talking. Oh, that was
20
South
years.
Park 24. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That was my guess for Simpsons was 26.
34?
33. Family Guy. Anybody?
Oh, fuck.
13.
When did Family Guy start? Would say Family Guy's got to be 18.
19.
19.
19.
Oh, I'm a low ball in all of these.
Okay. King of the Hill. One of my daughter's favorites.
8. Oh, you're going from like the. I'm sure it's got to be near that.
King of
17.
the Hill didn't have a exceptional run.
What's your guess?
Like
17.
17.
13.
13.
Well, now I'm gonna stop guessing.
All right, last one, Futurama.
Rama had like 10 seasons. I'm gonna say 10. 9. We'll go with 9. That'll lock in that answer in.
You're locking, that's your final answer?
I think Futurama had 9 seasons.
10.
10.
10. Mm.
Motherfucker,
I
you
didn't-
had
I
it.
didn't watch the last 3 seasons of Futurama, but I watched the first 6 and the movies.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
The very last episode is primo.
SpongeBob
Really?
is
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be.
for sure. Makes you feel all wholesome inside.
I've never seen it.
After they've drug out the whole will they, won't they thing, I don't know.
I was never that big of a fan
it's-
of the show.
Oh, really?
No.
It'll make you feel good.
Yeah. I thought I was going to feel good after Wild Green Yonder.
No.
But I hear that as soon as the next season starts up, they like all get separated, and it's like, oh well,
What's the point?
Zap's back, and
Yeah.
it's something like that. I can't. It's whatever I heard from a friend who was raving about it. It's like Jesus Christ. I think I'm just over Futurama at that point.
That's fair.
I wonder how much you get paid to do voiceovers.
Not much.
Really, you don't think so?
No.
So, like,
Not unless you're
Marge,
already a big name actor.
Marge Simpson.
Oh well, but for The Simpsons, that's different. I mean, you know, like
How about Layla?
I mean, I'm sure she gets paid like I don't know, like
Oh, fuck. Just take a wild stab.
well, I mean, like the cast of Friends was making $1 million per half-hour episode.
They made
at the
their own
end of
salary
at the end of their runs. So I mean,
and percentages now of
yeah,
licensing, and it's insane
I
how
would
much money
say
they
that
have.
they were probably Futurama. They were probably making about 10 to 20 grand an episode.
Salaries.com. List of voiceover salaries between 31 and 46,000 per year.
That's got to be.
That's the average.
That you're probably thinking about like anime pay that voice actors get, because that cannot be what voice actors in the US like make unless
So-
they're dubbing something.
Nancy Cartwin. She does Bart Simpson, apparently. She made $60 million. $60 million. Holy fuck.
What do you
Well,
think
there you go.
Seth MacFarlane gets paid from Fox for voicing 4 characters, writing like 6 different shows?
It says Seth
Probably
MacFarlane,
not as much as you think.
$200 million. Is American cartoonist, voice actor, director, producer,
Yeah, but
comedian.
he's created like half a dozen TV shows. He's written on even more. He's made and been in a bunch of movies. I mean, his career spans far more than just Family Guy.
Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show for 2 seasons. That was garbage. The Orville, terrific show.
Did the Orville ever get bought for a 3rd season?
I don't know. That's
I
a
haven't
good
heard
question.
anything about it for a long time, but
I didn't-
COVID's kind of fucked things up the last few years, so
I don't even know what Orville is.
it's basically his answer to Star Trek.
It's funny. It's more of a comedy.
Yeah, but it's made in that same sort of vein as like the Next Generation. Yeah,
If you're thinking of a lighthearted Star Trek, that would be what you'd watch.
but
Yeah.
it does get pretty heavy sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
dealing with like the gender episode with whatever that race of aliens is that's all male.
The only thing I think of when I think of Star Trek is Elon Musk.
Why?
I don't know. It just popped into my head what a cunt he is.
I think of Patrick Stewart.
Is it cunt?
No, when I think when I think of Star Trek,
Why
Yeah.
is he such a cunt?
like I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the 2nd season of Picard.
Yeah.
But wasn't
Okay.
Patrick Stewart a cunt too? Nobody wanted to work with him.
I don't think that's the case.
I think science says that it was the case.
I don't know about that.
I think he was hard to work with.
Maybe that's something that's faded with age, because how he and Ian McKellen act together.
Who was Ian McKellen? Is that the other guy, the second guy?
Sauron from
Huh?
Lord of the Rings.
Ian McKellen? That's who that is?
and he was Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Gandalf. Okay.
He was Gandalf.
He was Gandalf.
I said he was Sauron. Jesus Christ.
But he was also
Oh, boy.
after the guy who played the headmaster in Harry Potter died.
Yeah,
He
like
took
movie
over,
3
He
on.
took over for whatever the fuck his name was. He was in.
Dumbledore.
He was Magneto.
Yep.
In
Oh, I like
the
him.
older X-Men movies. I mean, he's been in a ton of shit. He's a really good actor.
Morgan Freeman's the best.
I will cry when Morgan Freeman dies.
You will?
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors.
And he's up there too. What is he? Mid 70s?
He's a
If
whore.
not late
I
70s.
think he's
Him
older than
and Samuel
that.
L. Jackson are whores. Anything. They'll do anything.
Well, yeah.
Nicolas Cage will do anything.
I know, but at what point do you sit back
But
and
the
just
problem
enjoy
is
it?
a lot of people don't want Nicolas Cage to do anything. With Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah.
and
I like Nicolas
Morgan
Cage
Freeman,
too.
basically everybody wants to see them more.
The problem with
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is the tax problem? So now he has to do all these shit movies.
He bought too many ancient artifacts
Yeah,
and
the
crap.
dinosaur skulls and shit like that.
I honestly think it's just that he takes what he can get. I mean, look at Bruce Willis. Have you seen what his career has been like for the last
it's tanked.
10 years? Holy fuck. He's been in more direct-to-video DVD releases in the last 5 years than movies he's ever made previously to that.
Alright,
I mean,
so-
he's cranking them out and just cashing those checks.
You can't blame him.
He's
I
never
mean,
been a good actor.
That is someone that people always describe as a fucking asshole to work with.
Really? I did not
He
know
is
that.
the reason that Kevin Smith quit making movies.
No way.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
90% of actors and actresses though are awful. I'm gonna say it's 90%.
Really? You think so?
I
Yeah.
hesitate to say that's right. I mean, there's only so much you can judge from seeing them in interviews or seeing them at
Those are
events and stuff
outliers.
like that.
You're talking. It's not like we're going around videotaping every single actor and actress, but I'm gonna
you
say
don't
it's a
get to
very
see
high
what they're
percentage.
actually away from the camera, because
Yeah.
if you could, you wouldn't be sitting in front of your fucking computer watching them.
Kevin Spacey. So for years you just thought he was a normal dude, but it turns out that he was kind of a fucking I'm not going to call him pedophile because that's not what he was, but he was going after younger men and stuff like that. I had no fucking clue. So you don't know what they're like. You have no fucking clue. You just hear shit like Patrick Stewart is a piece of shit to work with, is what I've heard and read.
He might have been having a bad day,
Could have been.
but it could also be an
total
awful
douche.
person.
Yeah, total douche. Totally into
Yeah, people you don't think that could be total douches. Like I've read that Kevin James is an absolute dickbag to work with, and
Really?
yeah, and just is awful.
I've never heard that. I've heard that he's great to work with.
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck? I'm never seeing any of these people. I'll fist fight them.
you'll fist their prolapse back in.
I'm a helper.
My
It's
friend
not
got
big.
to meet Peter Dinklage.
Who is Peter Dinklage?
Oh my fucking god!
Oh,
From Game of
Jesus
Thrones.
fucking
I didn't like.
Christ.
I didn't like
Thing you
Game
like?
of Thrones. My daughter tried to.
He
She
has
got the
been
whole
in
series.
Other things.
Like what?
Elf.
Was he an elf?
Yeah, he plays the midget in Elf.
Oh.
Not the midget. He plays the.
I hated that movie.
midget.
so-
Did you? Oh,
I
I
fucking-
love
They're
that movie.
midgets. It's okay
I-
to say midget.
I absolutely fucking hate whatever his name is.
Who?
The main character in Elf.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
I love
I
Will Ferrell.
fucking will not watch anything with him in it.
Oh my god!
His face
Have you watched the campaign?
irritates me. No, is he in it?
Yes.
Then no, I haven't.
Have you watched the campaign?
I absolutely have.
It's-
When he's doing
like-
the guy's wife,
It's
the head in the
beautiful.
He
freezer.
like, he
Oh,
like
dude.
thrives off of that stupid, retarded kind of
Oh.
humor.
I'm gonna fuck his wife. Just started
it's just-
busting up.
No, his humor is solely based in that stupid
Oh, I
realm, and
He-
I just
I
won't
love Will
watch it.
Ferrell.
Does have 5 terrific movies.
You gonna say Step Brothers is one of them?
I'm gonna say Talladega Nights
That's great.
is one of his best.
Step Brothers
Step
is great.
Brothers is number 1 though, like for sure.
Campaign is up there,
Put
man.
my balls. In your
I don't
oh,
like
dude.
anything I've seen him in. I don't
Oh,
like
that's
a
too bad.
single thing
That's too bad.
because he kills the movies for me.
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, with the exception of Anchorman,
Yeah.
the first Anchorman.
When he
The
plays
second
the
one,
most
Anchorman, was
pompous
horrible.
douchebag on the planet, that's like the movie he's the worst in.
well,
It's a good movie too.
It's the only movie I've been able to watch with him from beginning to end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. Campaign's really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's really good, but
Dude,
it's
I
a
love it.
funny movie.
I tried to watch. Who's the other guy in that?
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Have you seen Between Two Ferns?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great too.
That's like he defines awkward comedy.
It's great. Yeah, I was amazed. God, and so the
Uncomfortable.
first thing that pops into my mind, since we're talking about Netflix kind of stuff that I'm watching, is Bo Burnham. Did you watch the Bo Burnham special?
Bo Burnham.
Oh my God!
What the fuck is Bo Burnham?
He's a god. He's
Yeah.
incredible.
So I watched his.
What is it?
He's a comedian.
A comedian.
No.
And so he plays his little piano, and he burst on the scene from YouTube and got a Netflix special. And we discovered it when the girls were home, I believe, and it was just like the best thing ever. Or maybe they weren't home, but we all watched it and we all talked about it. And then he went AWOL. You didn't see him forever, and then all of a sudden he comes out with this fucking special.
Yep.
That is the best special that I've ever seen.
He won 3 Emmys from it.
And it's so fucking depressing that I'll never watch it again.
He did everything himself. He directed it. He did cinematography.
I think
He
that's
did,
all bullshit,
wrote
though.
everything.
I think that's
He
wrote
probably
everything.
had 3 people talking with him, and as references. But
You think his wife wasn't out there?
do I think his wife was out there?
Right.
I don't think he was stuck in there for 2 years. I think that he was outside and doing things.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
going
it
to
was
say
supposed to be a year.
he quarantined himself inside that box for ever.
Whatever it was, and however he played it, it's great acting, amazing. It's just like I can't never watch this again though.
He hits.
It's so fucking depressing.
I would watch it for sure.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch, but
It's highly recommended.
you've got to watch him beforehand and see what he's about. His little comedy special, him playing his piano and stuff.
One of them's called what? I don't know what the other one's called.
I can't remember because it's been so long ago. And watch the first one, whichever one that was, and then go and watch his new one on Netflix, and it's like, holy fuck. You want to see somebody in total depression. It's amazing.
To be fair, I'm probably not.
Yeah.
I don't usually watch stand-up comedies. Or
It's
anything like that.
it's kind of stand-up comedy, but you're seeing somebody fall apart in front of your face.
It's smart. I would say it's smart. It's something that's got layers to it. If you think about it, then it goes deeper than just what he's saying. And he knows this, and he's intelligent enough to actually do that purposefully.
We assume.
I don't assume, because the workout
assume.
video, when he's talking about working on himself, I was talking with a couple friends, and he's doing it's in the style of a workout video, and he's talking about how he's bettering himself.
Right.
And it's weird. Were we talking about that? No, I was talking with some other friends. It's a funny song, but then you start thinking about it, and just how other people just refuse to work. I don't know, dude. It's
My favorite one is the Instagram song. That's my favorite by far.
and that's
No.
funny until he's talking about how people are so vapid and so surface level, but then it gets deep for a second.
Yeah.
Like it just
The whole
again.
thing is, it's just fucking morose. It's the whole thing's morose. Let's call it. Taylor's looking at his phone. He's got to get home, and he's got to feed the family, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I need to have dinner made before they get back from soccer.
It's very depressing. Austin did not make it today. He was supposed to be
Work
here.
today?
I do not. We go back to work tomorrow,
Oh.
and I'll probably shave
Are they
because I need it.
Shave your balls.
still down?
No,
tomorrow?
they were only going to have 2 days down
Down from a week.
from 5 days.
Yeah.
Go ahead and start playing the end trailer, buddy.
I can't believe they did that again.
Thank you for joining us. If there's anybody out there in the real world, yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah, they